Okay, so we're gonna talk about karma yoga. So I'm halfway through reading the Bhagavad Gita, and this is the second time around. And Krishna was basically talking to Arjuna and laying down the law for him, telling him, hey, look, you want liberation from samsara, you want to be with me, which is, Krishna is God, you want to be with me, you want to merge with me. So here are different ways of doing it, and he gives them, different ways. There is the path of meditation, there is the path of love, bhakti yoga, which I think comes later on in the book, and karma yoga. Karma yoga is the path of selfless action. Okay, it's the path of doing your duty, doing your dharma. It's what it's called, right? In Sanskrit, dharma, duty, doing your duty, and doing it without any attachment. So Krishna tells Arjuna, surrender the fruits of your actions to me. Again, Krishna, just to understand here, if you're new to all of this, Krishna is an avatar. An avatar is a physical incarnation of God in a physical form, while still maintaining all the qualities in the awareness of the Godhead. So Krishna says, surrender the fruits of your actions to me. Meaning, give them to me, give the fruits to me. Don't expect anything. Don't expect positive, don't expect negative. And when the positive comes your way, it comes your way. And when the negative comes your way, comes your way. He tells them, pay no mind to success and pay no mind to failure. Simply perform your duty, perform your action without attachment. Just perform your action. So to give you an example here, a personal example, because I'm of course learning this to apply into my own consciousness, into my own life. So making the videos, making YouTube videos. Now there are two ways in which I can make a YouTube video. In one way, I'm just doing it because I'm doing it, because I'm doing it, because I'm doing it, because it is what is there to do. It is because I do what I do and the force flows through me in such a way that I am making videos. And that's basically the same concept in Taoism, in the way, in the Tao, which is do without do, doing without doing. Just be it, be you, be you, be you, be it. Right? Be it. Just be it. So then it really becomes, there's no reason for doing what you do. You just do what you do because you do what you do because you do what you do because it is what it is, because that's all there is to do anyway. So the one place that I can make these videos from is from the place of it is what it is. I guess that's the way the buck skids. That's the way it is. I guess, we've got a speaker over here. Central Casting has casted me as the role of a speaker. And it's just happening. Things are happening. Words are just happening through me. Speech is happening through me. And I'm just doing it. And that's because it is my dharma. Because it is my duty. Because it is what is to be done. I mean, sometimes I ask myself, what else is there to be done? What else? Just make videos. What else is there to be done? Okay? That's one place that I can make the videos from. The other place, and make no mistake, I fall into the second place as well. And I am working on being more and more of the time in the first place, which is I'm making videos so my channel grows, so that I have more subscribers. So one day we will reach 1 million subscribers, and that's the other way. Now, in the second way, I am attached to the fruits of my actions. Now, this is the fruits of my actions. The fruits of my this is my action. The fruits of my actions that I'm attached to in this particular case, in that second scenario, is the fruit of having fame, the fruit of everything that is associated with having fame, with having a lot of following, a big following. And so if I make videos from that place, then I am still stuck in the wheel of death and rebirth. I am still stuck in karma. I am still stuck in samsara. I'm creating it by my attachment. See, I'm creating it by my desire. You see? And it's not pure. It's not pure. It's not coming from a place of purity. Purity is isness. A child is pure, a baby is pure, because a baby is just a baby. There's no thoughts, the baby doesn't have aspirations, doesn't have goals. The baby isn't sliding into his mom's vagina saying, I'm gonna conquer the world. You know, when I was a baby, for example, baby Saeed didn't say, hey, I'm gonna have 1 million subscribers, I'm gonna have a mass following of 1 million subscribers. Didn't say that, did he? He just came sliding into this dimension, right, popping out of a vagina, and yeah, it was crying. Baby Saeed was crying. That's it. And baby Saeed was pure. It's pure. His crying was pure. When he laughed, it was pure. When he pooped in his diapers, it was pure. Purity. No mind, no aspirations, no hopes, no thoughts. That's what purity is. So we become adults, and then we develop the ego, and we develop the mind structure, and we are sort of brainwashed by society into basically putting achievements and goals as the #1 thing in life. And then we lose that purity as adults. And then this is the hero's journey. The hero's journey, the hero ends up being a child again. After he goes through everything, he ends up being a child. So essentially, we're trying to be children again, pure. And so as long as we're attached to the fruits of our actions, then we are still stuck in the wheel of death and rebirth. We're creating our own karma with it, this attachment. And it also causes us suffering, ultimately. Ultimately, any form of attachment is going to cause you suffering. Why? Because everything is in time. Because if I'm so attached to fame, that's going to dissipate, because that's impermanent. Everything is impermanent. And yeah, it's our attachments and our desires that keep us stuck here. And to be liberated is to become pure in action again. And what is purity? To become selfless. What is purity and what is selflessness? Immediately when you think of selfless action, you think of helping, you think of Mother Teresa, you think of Gandhi, you think of someone doing good work, really, like, you know, charity, charitable work, helping. That's what you think immediately when you think selfless. That is not what selfless action is, although it can be. So if Mother Teresa, for example, is helping people, feeding the poor, from a place of, oh, look at me, I'm cool, Mother Teresa, and people love me, and I am helping people. If she thinks she's helping people, she's attached to the fruits of her actions, and she's still stuck in the wheel of death and birth, and she's still creating her own karma, her own suffering, because she's under the impression that there is actually a doer. But if Mother Teresa, which, I mean, clearly that's sort of the place she operated from, because you just know. If Mother Teresa was feeding the poor, helping people from a place of, what else is there to do? Like, of course, here, of course, here, of course, that's what you do, of course, yeah, here, take the food. You know, it's like there's no doer. She's not a storyline associated with it. There's not an attachment to the fruits of her action. Mother Teresa isn't there sitting in her room like, okay, you know, now God's gonna be good to me, and now I'm gonna do this, and now I'm gonna receive this and that, and now, you know, I will make money, or I will do this, or I will have food, or my family will be... She's not sitting around in her room like that. And if she is, then she's stuck. She'll come back here again. But in all likelihood, it was just a pure action coming from a purity, from it is what it is. It is what's to be done. You're hungry. Here's food. Here's shelter. Here's what I can do for you. I'm not, you know, you don't have to pay me back. I'm not even expecting anything. It's like, it's just, that's a dharmic action. That's just a pure action. That's just an action coming from the spontaneity of the moment, because it is what is to be done in that moment. It is not, you're not special for doing it, you're not magnificent for doing it, you're nothing, you're actually, there's no one, it's just actions being done. And that's what selfless action is. That's what the path of karma yoga is. And it's a beautiful path. I mean, you could take different paths to liberation. I really like the path of karma yoga because it just seems to me like I just like to take action. It seems like I am I suppose a person who has a lot of, a person who likes to be involved in the world, clearly. A person whose dharma is to be involved in the world, whose storyline is to be involved in the world. And I do meditation, but at the time being, it doesn't seem like it's my path at the time being. Now, Vivekananda, he recommends that you do all different, there's 4 paths, 4 yogas, right? He recommends you do all of them. The path of knowledge, the path of meditation, the path of action, which is karma yoga, and the path of bhakti, which is devotional love. And I'm trying to get into bhakti lately. And you do definitely want to develop all 4 aspects. And perhaps for you, one path you might be more predominant in. And at the moment of making this video, it seems to me that the path of karma yoga is like predominant for me. So I'm looking at these videos now as just karma yoga. Like, what else is there to be done? Like, here, I'm not good. If I help you in these videos, like I help you in these videos, that's the fruits. I shouldn't be attached to the fruits of my action. That's what Krishna tells Arjuna. Don't be attached to the fruits. And if I wrote it here is this: dedicate the fruits of your actions to Krishna, and he will distribute them as his benevolent grace sees fit. Okay? So let Krishna, let God, let the divine distribute the fruits as this benevolent force, because it is benevolent, sees fit. Now, if there are fruits coming Saeed's way, if there are fruits coming somebody else's way in the form of whatever it is, in the form of enhanced financial well-being or enhanced food or whatever, that shouldn't be my business. It shouldn't be my business where these fruits are and how they're distributed. You see, it really shouldn't. If there is a little bit of impurity in me that is doing these videos because it wants fruits of the action, then I got ways to go. Then I'm still stuck. I'm still attached. I'm still suffering. I'm still creating my own suffering. It's not a pure action. It's not a divine action. It's not a godly action. Okay, it's still tainted with impurity. Okay, so I'm really working on purifying the intention and purifying the attachments, purifying the isness of it, the isness of the action, and you know, instead of being a good helper or being an evil or shit disturber or idiot or whatever, it's like I'm just trying to like rise above both and be like, that those are the fruits of my actions. Like, I should just surrender them. That's Krishna. You know, because somebody might watch my videos and really get butthurt for whatever reason. And those are the fruits of my action, making someone butthurt. But that's up to Krishna. That's up to the divine to decide that those are the fruits. In the same way as somebody could be helped, that's the fruits. Okay? If there's even a little bit of impurity in me that wants to do this for fame, then it's my own problem. And I've got to work on it. You see, if there's even a little bit. And that's the path of selfless action, karma yoga. It's not the path of being good and generous, although that can be part of it. But if somebody is being good and generous and they're thinking, hey, look at me, how cool, I am generous, I am good, I am a worker of good, I'm a doer of good, I am an angel warrior, I am in this working in the spirit of light, I am a light worker, and you really take that role seriously, then Krishna would tell you, you're still attached to the fruits of your actions here. The actions are not pure enough, they're not coming from the isness. So this can be likened to, in Zen Buddhism, the state of no mind. And this is why it's the highest, most revered state. Because if you're doing everything, I mean, these guys spend years, 10, 20 years just meditating. Why? Why do you think that? Because they want to be empty. They want their mind to be empty every moment. And if their mind is empty every moment, every action that they do is a dharmic action. It's empty. They're not thinking, they don't have storylines. Oh, here I am, you know, doing this, doing good work, I am getting closer to God. It's like, at that point, from the point of emptiness, of the empty mind, you're empty. So every action you do, it's detached. And so you're not attached to the fruits of your action because you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking what is going to happen. Is God going to feed me? Is God going to give me more money or more fame? Because you're in a no-mind state, and in that state, it takes a lot. I mean, there is a reason why these people spend years in some mountain meditating, because it is really the highest, most revered state, because it is a state of detachment. It is a state of being, and all your actions come from a place of being, not a place of doing. Doing is in the mind. I'm gonna do this so I can get that later on. I'm gonna do this so I can get that later on. Okay? So yeah, it seems to be a process of purification. I will revisit this concept again because again, I'm like reading the Gita the second time around, and I had realized that this is a book that is gonna have to be read over and over, and it really shows you where you need to work on, and it really shows you how to be liberated. Okay. So we'll revisit this again, and we'll explore Bhakti Yoga and all the other aspects. The Gita is such a rich book. It is sort of my Bible now, along with the Tao Te Ching. Okay, so I got 2 Bibles right now, and we're looking for if there are any worthy. I mean, these 2 books, the Gita, the Tao Te Ching, are worthy, very much worthy of being holy books, because really, like, they contain timeless truths. So that's what we'll finish off the video. If you're interested in all of this stuff, I wrote a report. It's not a Bible, okay? It's not a holy book. It's just a report. 11 pages, called The 7 Pillars of Enlightenment. And I arrogantly called it The 7 Pillars of Enlightenment. I am not an enlightened being. However, it's a system. It's a pretty cute system. It is what it is. It's cute, okay? Don't argue with me. It's cute. It's a cute 11-page book, report, not a book, report, that I wrote, sort of a system of how to approach this game of enlightenment that we're playing, this game of liberation, of moksha, mukti, fina, all these terms, right? All these things referring to liberation. So make sure to check it out. It's for free. Just download it in the description or in the comments. Other than that, I love you guys. I love every single one of you, and I will keep doing what I can to purify so that I can offer the most authentic and pure words that are just happening through me, that are just dharmic, and are not coming from a place of attachment or some fruit, right? Surrender the fruits of your actions to me and do your duty. So that's about it. Until next time, may the force be with you.